A new immersion blender for some recipes that I'm going to be making, and I thought I would use it this morning for my bananas that I'm going to mash up. I usually put it in my little blender, but I thought I would try this. And I'm making pancakes, by the way, and I put banana in my pancakes, and today the banana is not only going to just be a banana in my pancakes, but it's also going to be my egg substitute because I don't have any flax meal and I don't have eggs. I got this at Walmart. It was $28. Let's see. I like it because it's small and I have to have small appliances in my house. I live in an RV. It comes with a little whipper thing. There's the little blender. I'll just blend it in here. This is almond milk. I'm a plant-based, vegan eating person for the most part. Every once in a while I will have meat, but not very often. And I try not to ever eat eggs. I'll have eggs once in a great while. I just don't like them anymore in my life. It's amazing how our taste buds change. Cord here ready. I did rinse off the part of the blender that will go inside the food. All right, on work. Okay. Oh, it can be messy. I've never used one before, so this brand new. Whoa! There we go. Okay, I need 1 cup of flour. I love these new canisters that I bought. I can just put my whole cup in here and get stuff out. There's a cup of flour. This is gluten-free flour. I also eat gluten-free. I use stevia in the raw instead of actual sugar. And the banana adds sweetness as well. I'm glad I looked. I need 2 teaspoons of baking powder and salt. There we go. That's it for the dry ingredients. And here I have a cup of almond milk, unsweetened, and the banana, which is acting as the egg today, and then 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. And those are the ingredients for the pancakes. Whisk all the dry ingredients together. And I add the liquid. Oh, some banana didn't get crunched up. And we blend the liquid and the dry together. I'm heating up the pan. I'm using medium high on the dial. It doesn't have temperature on it. My old pan that I used to use, what was that for? It had, oh, it was a griddle. It was a very large griddle. That was a horrible thing. It was ceramic, and I couldn't stand that thing. It was a gift that I didn't want, but somebody insisted that I have it. And I kept trying to give it back to the person that gave it to me, and he would not take it back. So I had it for a few years, but I don't like the ceramic coating at all. Anyway, I finally got rid of it, and I bought this wonderful electric frying pan here to do my cooking in, waiting for that pan to heat up. Oh, I want to show you this. I saw this on a Dollar Tree haul, and I was like, oh my word, I have got to go over to Dollar Tree and see if they have them. And so I went through the whole entire store. I didn't see them anywhere, and I was up at the checkout, and I said, do you by chance have this in your store? And she says, I don't know, I haven't seen it, but let me ask the manager. And the manager goes, oh yeah, they're right here. Well, they had them on top of the refrigerator that holds the sodas, and they were inside a box, so there was no way you could have seen them. But this is a little record player coaster deal, and it is stinking adorable. So it has the little record player. The arm actually moves. There are 4 records on here, and each one is different. They don't play, of course. They're just pretend records. But wouldn't these be a great little gift to give to somebody that loves vinyl? And then there's a little record player. So what I did with them yesterday, I put Mod Podge over the top of these, because if you put a drink on here, this paper is going to not last 5 minutes. So I Mod Podged them and let them dry overnight. And the little arm moves. It's just really, really cute. This doesn't move, but you can spin them on here. Anyway, I just had to show that to you because I needed coasters. So there we are. And there we are, ready to eat. Taking you over to the lake. I'm going to walk around the lake and enjoy the beautiful weather that we are experiencing. My car says 70 degrees, but it's probably more like 68 because when I first get in the car, it is a little bit warmer. And then as I drive, it cools off. Thought I'd share a little bit of the beauty that I'm looking at around me. The clouds were covering up the sun there for a little bit, but it's gorgeous. It is just spectacular out here. It feels wonderful. It feels amazing. So yeah, I am enjoying my walk. I just love the reflection off the water. I showed this on my Godly channel, so if you watch that channel, you're getting another view of it today. It's so pretty. I love that. I try to get out here every single day in the fall to enjoy the spectacular colors until they are no more, because it is very short-lived here. I lived in Arizona for 23 years. I didn't get to experience this. So every year fall is very special and precious to me. It takes me back to when my husband and son were alive, because we absolutely loved fall and all the things that went with it. There's the river flowing over there. You see it? So pretty. I'd walk down there, but it's way too muddy. We must have had some rain again because it's very wet, the ground. I don't understand it. I was just here yesterday and it wasn't wet like this, but it must have rained in the night. Can you see them? The leaves that are falling? I'm actually dressed for summer and I'm sweating. Even though it's about 68 degrees out here. Yeah. So I'm loving it. Love, love, love the walk. I just love the blanket of leaves on the ground. I love it, love it, love it, love it. This is for any of you that might not get to experience this in your place where you live. It never gets old for me, ever. It's just like being in, I don't know, a heavenly place to have all these leaves and these beautiful trees around me. I'm pushing myself. I went around the lake and then took the back trail over to the river part and went that way. So I'm adding to my walking, my steps. I want to lose weight, and I've been walking every day So that's one way to do it. Try not to eat a lot. It's another way to do it. But trying to stay healthy at the same time. That's another way to do it. I know it isn't New England, but it has its own beauty. It has its own beauty. Can you see those mountains? We've had snow. I do not know how people wear hats all day. The heat comes out through our heads, right? And my head is just dripping from having a hat on. Just my opinion. Getting some water for the baby. That was a great walk. Are you serious? That's all you're gonna do? That's it? Okay, that's all you want. Usually he just goes at it. I guess because it's cooler weather, he doesn't need it as much. They're working. I do my window check with my locks. If my locks are locking, then my windows can open, but I still don't trust it. I keep my air conditioner on instead. Headed home. I am making potato soup. I didn't do any of the prep on camera. So in here I have 6 Yukon potatoes, a half of a yellow onion, several cloves of garlic, salt, pepper, and Greek seasoning. I'm going to let this cook until the potatoes are soft, and then I'm going to use my new immersion blender and blend it up, and then I'm going to add some almond milk to it. So what I'm going to do, the potatoes are soft. I didn't cut them up, so I had to cook them longer than it says on the recipe, but they are soft, and I don't want to use the immersion blender in my pot, so I'm going to transfer these over to here. Maybe. I see trouble. Oh my goodness. Okay. I see trouble, trouble. What I am going to do is I'm going to mash them first, just to get them so they're not so huge. There we go. And then a rubber spatula to put them in the liquid here. There we go. Okay. So this is everything, the onions, the garlic, the potato, all in here. All right, here we go. Supposed to add milk to this, but this is pretty soupy already. I don't know. if I want to add milk to this. I think there's a magnet that holds this thing on there. Okay. So what I'm supposed to do is add milk to this. I'll add a little bit. I'm not going to add what they say I should. That'll be enough. It's supposed to make it more creamy, I guess. And that is almond milk. And then I'm supposed to add the kale. And it said a bunch of kale. I'm not putting that much in. And then I'm supposed to put it back on the stove. And it's supposed to cook for an additional 10 minutes. It looks good. Stir it around. This is a perfect fall dish. This also called for a can of red beans that are cooked and drained to be put in after the soup is done. I'm omitting that part because I'm not crazy about red beans. So if you're wanting that protein, then that's what you should do, is put your red beans in. This is a whole food recipe, so it tries to give you everything you need nutrition-wise. So I'm going to let that simmer for 10 more minutes, and then it's going to be done and ready to eat. Okay. It simmered for a little while. It looks really good. And now I'm going to put some in a cup here. Not starving, so I'm just going to have a little bit. I am such a dork. All right. I put some soup in my cup. I'm not super hungry right now. Sometimes when I cook, I get full just cooking. Does that happen to anybody else? Especially when it's a meal like this. All right, so we're going to take a little taste test. It's delicious. Wow, it's really good. It really is. I can taste the onion really well. The garlic is wonderful. The kale's good. It's crunchy. A great fall recipe. All right, that's it for the cooking segment of today's vlog. I will see you tomorrow. It's another beautiful fall day today. I didn't pick up my camera and record it all yesterday, which was Sunday, because I didn't sleep all night Saturday night. I wanted to go to church on Sunday morning. I've been wanting to do this for many weeks now, and for some reason on Saturday night I don't get any sleep at all, and so I'm completely wiped and I end up not being able to go to church. So there you are. But anyway, I didn't film yesterday. So today is Monday, October 27th. One of my grandbabies had a birthday yesterday. I believe she's 27 now. And so I have errands to run today, and so I'm taking you with me to run the errands. So I hope you will enjoy that. I have to go down to a store that's many miles away from where I live to pick up some insulation. I redid the roof, my tin roof. If you watch that video, I made a tin roof for my little covered deck because I just have canvas over it for the roof, and it never used to leak, but I put a second piece of canvas over, and now it leaks like a sieve, which is really weird when it rains. And we have been getting some really torrential rains lately. So I took the roof down with my neighbor's help, and I took off the extension that made it taller in the back so that it would just lay down on top of the roof. And then I taped it. I taped all the seams. I taped over all the screw holes or all the places where screws were so that water couldn't get in. It was all waterproof tape. Well, then we had another torrential downpour and it still leaked. And I'm like, what do I have to do to keep this from coming through the canvas? So I am picking up 2 pieces of insulation. One is going to be used for the windows in my house because I have to put something over the windows in my house in order to keep the freezing air from coming in. And then the other piece I am going to use, I'm going to cut it to fit on top of the canopy on the deck, and then I'm going to cut triangular shapes to fill in the gap on the sides where it slopes like this down from the roof down to the top of the canopy. I'm going to put in a triangular shaped insulation there, so if the wind is blowing and the rain is pouring down, then it's not going to blow into that area. And I'm praying that this is going to be the solution. We'll find out. But anyway, I'm going to turn the camera around so you can enjoy the view. So gorgeous. Oh my goodness. I just love it. That concludes the most beautiful part of our drive. Well, I got it in here. My. I don't know if my car's gonna, it should shut. But yeah, it's a good thing it was bendy because 4x8 fits on the floor, but it doesn't fit up in the sky. So I have to drive home with this thing over my head. Well, here we go. It isn't even in my way. How about that? Sweet. All right, headed back to the home. I'm headed home. Good grief. All right, grocery haul. I haven't done one of these for a long time. I got some vegan cream cheese to make cheesecake. I got some yogurts that are vegan, plant-based. I got 3 vanillas and 1 raspberry. I was out of my honey mustard, so I got some more of that. Graham crackers for the cheesecake crust. Completely out of ground cinnamon, so I picked up some of that. And completely out of my peanut butter. I get the powdered kind, and the reason for that is it's only 60 calories and no fat in here. And I just add a couple of stevia packets to it to give it that sweetness, and it tastes just like the real thing. I got some green onions, some Roma tomatoes, some salad, picked up some bananas, and I needed flax meal. That's my grocery haul. And that's my grocery haul. It is chilly out here. Whoa. Okay, I need to see, it should be 4 feet, right on the money, okay? And I need a marker that I don't have. This picnic table is exactly 72 inches, but I want it a little bit less than that. Yeah, a little bit less. We're gonna go right here, and the X marks the spot all the way across, which is perfect. Okay, this is gonna be for the roof. It'd be nice if it would cut in a straight line. Okay, now for the fun part. Okay, first thing I have to do is undo the little ties. We're on a very precarious spot. Need to get that wire off of here. Okay, I don't know. Tripping all over myself. All right, shiny side up. Doesn't really matter, I don't think. I guess I better go up one more. Oh. Come on, go, 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 go. There. Yes, that's where I want that baby, right there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure from there to there and from there to there, and then I'm just going to cut an angle up there. So 6.5 inches and about 3 inches. Now I need 2 of them, one for each side. Okay, so I've got this. Now let's see what we're going to do. I don't want it coming off the... Okay, how am I going to do this? I want to put a mark right there. This is winging it, folks. Absolutely winging it. Now, if this fits, this will be the template for the other side. All right, let's see if this is going to work. That'll work. There we go. Next time we get a torrential downpour, I should have a dry inside with the canopy over the whole top and then the thing on the sides. That's the end of this video, folks. I hope you enjoyed the content. Leave a like, a subscribe, a share, comment. Did I say that already? Oh man. Well, my basil is toast. I have to show it to you. It must have froze last night. Yeah, this sucker is toast. What's surprising me is the flowers are not toast. They took the frost better than this did. The thyme still looks okay. Oh well, it's the end of the gardening season anyway. But yeah, these all still look really good. This is the end of this video. I thank you for coming along.